It's Thursday, July 23rd. Welcome aboard to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel.
And I'm Andrew Gobeil. Thank you very much for joining us.
We'd like to remind you the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
We are here on Main Street, the first steps of the walkway to the sea, located just a few blocks in that direction. More on that and the cultural events that are available from here in just a moment. But first, earlier today, Kevin had an opportunity to head on over to the Barnstable Senior Center, where they were gazing to the skies.
We're now joined with Penny from the Centerville Library, who's put on this wonderful Under the Nighttime Sky collaboration with the Museum of Science. Now, Penny, could you tell us about what the event is going on today?
Yes. We have from the Boston Museum of Science their portable or traveling planetarium. We found out about this in January when we received a flyer in the mail from the museum stating they had a lot of different programs they could bring to our library. Because the theme of the summer reading program in Massachusetts this year is Starship Adventures at your library, we're doing everything about outer space and planets and the universe, and thought this would be absolutely perfect to bring to our community. The next thing we had to do is, of course, find a large enough space because they require a 25 by 25 by 12 foot high room. And we actually found that perfect room here at the Senior Center, the Barnstable Senior Center in Centerville here.
So tell us a little bit about the program itself now. Have you been inside the planetarium yourself?
Not yet, but I have a ticket.
Okay, great. And how many people do you think will have enjoyed the planetarium by the day's end?
I have to do a little math. We have 5 shows set up, and 25 can go into the planetarium at one time. Mm-hmm. So what is that? 125.
Yeah.
Right.
Great. So could you tell us a little bit about what people will be viewing in that planetarium when they first get in?
It's my understanding they'll be viewing the night sky, and it's also my understanding, and I'll let you know later, the night sky over our neighborhood here, like tonight's sky, what it's going to be like. That's my understanding,
yeah.
But I'll let you know.
Again, the scene from the Barnstable Senior Center earlier today on Thursday.
Andy had a chance to sit down with Melissa Hirsch from the town's Growth Management Department, talking of everything, of all the events that are going on this weekend here in the town.
And joining us right now is the town's arts culture coordinator, fine arts extraordinaire, Melissa Hirsch. Melissa, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy.
Good, good. So it's Thursday. It's our typical
Yes.
entertainment segment right now. I'm still trying to get her to hook us up with some free tickets for some of the events going on, but that's really not necessary because most of the events are free. That's right, I know. So what do we have going on?
Well, Thursday tonight we have the Main Street Music Stroll. Musicians, magicians, caricatures, horse-drawn buggies, lots of fun from 6 to 9, lots of activity. Great, beautiful night to come out, check out all the entertainment, visit some shops, have a nice bite to eat. Pearl Street's also open, 5 to 8 p.m. with our artist studios.
Very nice. Now, quick question about the horse-drawn buggies. How do the horses walk and play instruments at the same time?
You got to come and see it.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Can't reveal that secret.
Tell me a little bit about Pearl Street. I mean, we've got this arts and cultural center here in Hyannis, between Pearl Street and the galleries. I mean, tell me a little bit about what we have to offer there.
Sure. We have a great art scene happening right here in downtown Hyannis, right on Pearl Street. We have Sarah Hall Art Space, where she lives and works right there. You can check out her gallery space. And then right next door is the 50 Pearls, 6 artists, a ceramics artist, 5 other artists, all in their studio. So it's wonderful to come and meet them and hear their stories, see them working, and where their inspiration comes from. And right behind that is the Geyer Art Barn, which is also open this weekend, Friday through Sunday, 11 to 4. And it's new, established, emerging artists to come check out their exhibits. George Booth is in there this weekend, and he's powerful and emotion. You just see amazing stuff in his work.
Let's go back to Sarah for a second. second. I mean, and tell me about the genesis of that. We went over to get some video of that last week, and it's really a unique situation. It's a woman she lives in there. She's the artist, and it's a combination living room studio.
That's it.
I mean, how did this come about, and what was the start of this, and how successful has it been over the past few years?
It's part of the economic revitalization of downtown and bringing the arts. It improves quality of life, and it inspires. The arts inspire and they soothe the soul. And so part of that overall mission was to create some affordable housing, affordable work studio space, and affordable artist live space, so that they can be here and create. They're a tremendous part of the economy.
They certainly are,
Right.
as a matter of fact. And tell me a little bit more about George Booth. You said he's that's interesting and passionate, and what other stuff does he have there?
He has his exhibit is recent works on paper, and it's just a must-see, something you haven't seen there before at the Geyer Barn. Just new and different, and as I say, full of emotion and intensity.
Very good. Now, what are some of the events going on as well? We're here at the Shanties at Asselton Park, and it's a stage set, and we've got concerts that go on. We've got Shakespeare in the park.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, this Sunday is the last Sunday for Shakespeare in the Park. Romeo and Juliet, directed by Ed O'Toole, Barnstable Family Summer Theater. And if you haven't seen it yet, even if you have, every time it's a little different, and great to bring a picnic down and enjoy. It starts at 5 o'clock on Sunday, and that will be the last one of the season.
And from what I understand, they've got a little bit of a modern take on what the Bard wrote back in the late 1500s.
Yes, they do. So as I say, it's always there's filled with a little. We wouldn't think Romeo and Juliet would have some humor to it, but they certainly put a very interesting twist.
Yes, and Mrs. Williams would be thrilled that I remember the
Yes,
time, the
she
Elizabethan
would.
time. I know,
She'd be impressed.
She would be very nice. Go ahead, the concerts.
The concerts,
Yeah.
Johnny Hoy and the Bluefish Friday night, a show not to miss.
You were excited about that. We were talking off camera.
Yes. They are modern electric blues. They are known, they're from Martha's Vineyard. They're known as the official party band, blues band of Martha's Vineyard. Their energy, their passion, their soul, their ability to mix it up. Chicago blues, rockabilly, true R&B, a little Cajun flavor thrown in. So be sure to bring your dancing shoes, a blanket, and come on down. That's Friday night at 6 o'clock.
And we were able to
7:30.
persuade them to come off the island and head on over
Yes,
here.
for here they wouldn't miss it.
Very
One of their
nice.
favorite spots to perform.
Now, these are all stuff that's located right here within walking distance.
Yes.
You've got the walkway to the sea, so if you're up on Main Street, you're a visitor watching this, and you're up on Main Street and you're looking for something to do, just follow the walkway to the sea down here to the Ocean Street docks. In addition to that, it certainly doesn't hurt for us to talk a little bit more about the artist shanty just a few hundred yards down the street.
Yes. The artist shanties, yes, Andy, they're located right on Hyannis Harbor, Bismore Park. There are 7 of them, all local artists who work. It's their little seaside studio, so you'll find many of them working on the craft right there. Open every single day, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And the important issue as well, if people are watching this in their hotel room or watching this at home or perhaps online, if they're interested in coming up and visiting, the best way to get more information is you guys have a website.
We sure do. It's harboryourarts.com. And we also have an information line that's updated weekly that gives you all the events, the movies we talked about, the concerts, the farmers market, all of that at 508-862-4990.
And the number's right here below on the screen, right? Very nice. So we've got the movies going on. We've got Harbor Your Arts. This website is linked to the town's website, so you can check that out as well. And this is stuff that's just going on every week throughout the summer.
Yes, it is. Right.
What's the feedback been so far?
Oh, it's so positive. Everyone loves coming and seeing. I mean, as we talked about, this is not only is it wonderful for visitors and residents to see the artists, this is how the artists make their living as well. So it's a win-win situation, and they both love meeting each other. You meet people from all over and have the opportunity to be inspired.
Well, not only do we have, as we had mentioned, the artist in residence, Sarah Hall, but I mean the artist shanties. You could walk in and they're doing their work there.
Yes, they are.
As you check that out. So very good. So it's commerce and it's culture and it's fun.
Again, that was Andy and Melissa talking about all the events that are coming up here in the town.
For more information, as mentioned, just head to our website. You can see it right down there. And the Harbor Your Arts website is located on a link from the town's website. For Kevin Friel, I'm Andrew Gobiel. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a nice night.